Hi guys, you are welcome to my channel today. If today is your first time of stopping by, you are welcome. And to my returning viewers, I love you all amazingly. You are amazing. You are the reason why I keep showing up. You are the reason why I have not given up on this YouTube journey. Thank you so much guys. So in today's video, we are making a tin milk. Yes, we are making a tin milk, a realistic tin milk. This is my first attempt, but this was really good, and if you follow this step you are still going to get it. First thing you will need is to get this. The size of the pan I used to cut this tiny cake now is 2.5 inches. If you don't have 2.5 inches, you can also use 3 inches. If you don't have it, then you use this medium sized tin tomato. That's what I use, medium sized tin tomatoes cup. I cut off the top because the top is not smooth, so I cut it off and I use it to cut out this size. Another thing that is very important that you do when you are working on this kind of tiny cakes is to first of all glue it with glucose. Yes, put your glucose on the board like I did from the beginning of this video. In case you did not see it, put your glucose before adding the cake to it. That way it will make the cake not to be shaking too much. And why I insert this skewer at the middle is to have something to hold in case the cake is shaking. But because of the glucose that was on it, the cake was not shaking from one side to another. This tiny cake is not easy to crumb coat or even to, yes, this process is not easy working on tiny cakes, but when you put glucose on it, it will help you hold it to the board and then you can easily work on it. So after crumb cutting it, another thing again you have to do that is very important is before going to print out your size of the shape, you use your tape to measure the height and the width of it here so that they can print at least something above the size, not something that is not enough. For this one, I printed two inches high and 9 inches wide. That is the roundness of the body of the printing. If you are working for tin milk, you are working for cowbell, any milk at all, at least it's the same thing. So you can also use that 2 inches high and 9 inches long. That's if you make your shape with that medium sized tin tomato cup. Yes, so I'll put the picture here so that we can see it. So after that, see that I'm trying to trim it and make it smooth. This tiny cakes is very technical to cover, but if you follow this step you are going to get it right. Yes, you will get it right. So after that, after covering it with your fondant and you are sure that you've gotten at least 90% smoothness of the body, then the next thing to do is to make the cover. Now I'm going to show you how I make the cover using different cutter sizes. You have to make the cover look realistic, like the way those top milk cover, those tin milk cover used to be. So just watch the way I did it here and see how to do it, so when you want to do your own, you will know that, oh, it is very realistic. So I tried different cutter to see the one that was the size of it, and I finally got the size, but it was almost not enough. So after cutting it, I just used this rolling pin to increase the shape a little so that it will cover it well. If you notice, the first time I put it, it did not cover. Now this cutter I'm using now, I want to put that top design, that the way that milk top used to look like. So just use different cutters of different shape and put it and make it look realistic. So see the way it is. The next thing to do is to wrap your sticker. Yes, the label that we printed, I told you have to measure it. If you see it now, this is almost the same. I just trimmed out a little. Imagine that your label is not, like, the difference is much. You can only achieve that when you measure your tin before printing, and then when you go to the printer, you tell them that this is the size you want. They are going to insert it to the computer and automatically you are going to get that size. So now the way you can use to gum this thing, you can either use CMC gum, use fondant gum, or you use your steamer on the tin to make sure that the tin is moist. Then you put it on it and gum together. It is not difficult. You just have to gum it and make sure that the two edge, the ending and the beginning, is together. You gum it together. This was a little bit much, but I just trimmed out a little and I got milk one. For some reason this my two tin was not the same. One was smaller, the other was bigger. I don't know how. Maybe it was when I was trimming it and I over trimmed it, but both of them still look like a little bit realistic. Okay, this thing I'm doing at the top of this milk, I did it on this tin milk, but I did not video it. That is why I had to add this video to show you that you use your extruder. Don't know if you know it. I'll put the video here to see the instrument I used to get this tiny line of fondant. I used different sizes. The one I used on this big cake was different from the size I used for the smaller tin. So that was how I did it at the top and at the bottom. And at the end, because I'm working on cowbell milk is silver top, so I paint it to silver. If you are working on tin milk, you paint to gold. Thank you so much guys for watching. Please, if you have not subscribed at this moment, kindly subscribe, turn on your notification bell, and leave encouraging comments for me. See you on my next video. Bye.